Hi everybody, and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly forecast. My name is Terrence Gardino. The week begins on Monday, November the 16th, and this previous weekend on the 14th, on the 15th, was a new moon in transformational Scorpio being supported by Capricorn planets. And so for the next several weeks, this new moon is an overall trend towards growth and stability. Especially that now Mars, since this weekend, past weekend, is now direct. Mars, the warrior planet, ambitious, assertive planet, it's been retrograde, as I've been talking about, since the beginning of September. That was creating all this stress and tension and frustration all over the world. It is now moving forwards. So you see, with this very favorable transformational Scorpio new moon and ambitious, assertive Mars going direct, the world and each of us can start moving forwards and getting back to business and accomplishing our goals without all the noise that's been going on. Let's start with Monday. The moon is in Sagittarius. Remember, the moon sets the public tone. Sagittarius is optimistic, it's adventurous, it's outgoing, but in the early afternoon, say like from noon till 3 Pacific time, the moon will be in tension with foggy, nebulous Neptune. So it could be that we're starting the work week in the Pacific coast more, at the first part of the day, maybe in the rest of the world at the end of the day, where the moon Neptune could start being kind of unfocused, not quite sure. It's like you're feeling the wind on your back to move forwards, but then when it comes time to make decisions and act upon it, you're still not sure, because the moon is all this emotional reactiveness. It's in optimistic, assertive Sagittarius, but it is constrained by foggy, nebulous Neptune. But it's only for a few hours. Tuesday, the moon goes into Capricorn. Capricorn is this more conventional, pragmatic, stoic energy. And the moon goes into Capricorn 8:35 a.m. in the morning, 8:35 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And the moon is not going to be making any important contacts with other planets. There's no other major planetary transits going on. So after our bit of this being unsure, a little bit of anxiety about making commitments to move forwards yesterday, but just for a few hours, Tuesday, now we can feel more grounded, more disciplined, more secure to start working towards accomplishing our goals. Good day for a job interview, good day for starting to achieve our work goals and tasks. Wednesday, by late morning, early afternoon, Pacific Standard Time, the moon will be in conflict with Mars. But the moon's in Capricorn. It's very disciplined. It's very focused energy. So there might be a bit of with the Mars, a lot of anxiousness, impatient to get on with these goals. By late Wednesday through Thursday, so mainly since late Wednesday everybody's sleeping, Pacific time. So on Thursday, the moon is still in Capricorn, till 12:25 p.m. Pacific time. But the sun, the Scorpio sun, will be in harmony with disciplined, pragmatic Saturn. Sun Saturn is very favorable emotionally for feeling more grounded and secure. On the mundane events, it is very favorable for making business decisions, for accomplishing with a steady hand your goals. However, Venus, the planet of relationships, is going to be in tension with Saturn. So in some ways, it might be that your attention is all on your job and your finances, and not really paying attention to your personal love life, which would be the Venus, and maybe all work and not paying attention to your partner may also create a bit of tension. Weak relationships could start to really show what you need to work on if you want to keep the relationships. Solid relationships is with the Venus Saturn is just pointing out, oh yes, I need to work harder, pay attention, and make more of a commitment with the relationship. But with the Sun Saturn, even emotionally, you're feeling so much more secure about it. So at 12:25 p.m. Pacific time on Thursday, the moon leaves that calculating, business, practical Capricorn and goes into more progressive, quirky, inventive Aquarius for 2.5 days. Aquarius compels us to work more with others. It deals with the collective, with groups. It really could stimulate more of a desire to be with friends and connect with social events, but always keeping in mind social distancing to make sure we all remain safe. On Friday, the moon, the emotional moon, will be a bit in tension with rational Mercury, and that is around 12 noon, early afternoon Pacific time. So again, just for a couple of hours, where we might be with the moon, the emotional moon in tension with rational Mercury, be a bit confused, unsettled about communications in business and personal relationships. But the big thing is that the moon is going to go void of course on Friday, 4:29 p.m. And for the next nearly 28 hours, the moon remains void of course until Saturday, 8:06 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. When the moon is void, it's not making any aspects, any contacts to any other planets, so the energy is feeling flat. It is okay to just stay the course, keep doing what you've been doing. It's also good for more reflection. However, it's sort of like a mini Mercury in retrograde. You do not want to make any important decisions or begin any important major new projects because the energy is not there to sustain it in the long run. On Saturday, till 8:06 p.m. Pacific time, moon still void of course, but there's a shift of energy. Social Venus is leaving outgoing or more harmonious, sociable Libra and going into Scorpio for the next several weeks. Venus in Scorpio is actually triggering the desire for more authentic, more intimate connection in love and friendships. And the sun is leaving that heavy transformational Scorpio energy and moving into outgoing Sagittarius for the next 4 weeks. That is overall, it's a time of travel, that's Sagittarius, of starting to celebrate and attend parties. That's that whole outgoing Sagittarius energy. Again, just remember to remain safe. But it certainly will uplift our spirits. So this is a very important week that we can start getting back to our lives before all the craziness with the Mars in retrograde. Before I sign off, I want to remind you I'm available for the one question offer. You can request it by clicking on the advisor link on the front page of astrologyanswers.com. So I want to thank you for watching. I hope to see you next week with my next segment. Until then, be safe and well.